Good morning. I wanted to give you a really quick overview of how I research. I like EBSCOhost and I like the database at the within the library system, but when I was a grad student, I struggled with it. I didn't feel like I was understanding the Boolean phrasing correctly, and I struggled with it, and so I kind of developed a little bit what I find to be an easier way to research, and that just begins with Google Scholar. So if you go ahead and go to your browser, any browser is fine, I don't think it matters, and then you just type in the search for Google Scholar, and you'll get the results right here. And from here, you can just type in what you're looking for. The odds are pretty good, and I say pretty good, probably 85. I'm 85% sure that most of your results are going to be scholarly and they're going to be peer reviewed. And so you don't have to worry about, if you're searching, for example, from the web up here, you don't have to worry about minimizing it to make sure that it is Google Scholar. So you just do a simple search for Google Scholar, and you'll notice that you're already in it because you have Scholar underneath here. And then you just kind of start big with your search terms and then narrow them down as you thumb through articles and figure out what some of the other important words are. So for this particular exercise, I'm actually going to go off of one of your Pierce's topics, and she is looking for articles on standardized testing. Just and then hit search, and then you'll get results from anywhere as far back as 1970, and possibly even further back. And generally, you want to try to limit your research to the last 10 years, unless you are giving, unless you're giving the history of something or the evolution of something. But other than that, you just kind of want to limit it to the last 10 years. And so you can go right over here on the left side and hit custom range, and we'll just do 2008 to 2013. And then you'll notice that we get a bunch of sources here. If you look over here on the right side, if you click on any of these links on the right side, you should be able to go directly to the link, and you won't have to buy any particular subscription or anything like that. But if you go here, for example, you'll notice that we have to pay to access this. If you are on ISU's mothership, meaning if you're on campus and you're using campus Wi-Fi, even on your laptop you're using campus Wi-Fi, or you're using the computer lab, a lot of times if ISU's library has the article, you'll actually find find it at ISU right here on the right side, and that will take you directly to the article. But because I'm actually out of state, I don't have the mothership, so I have to show you another way. But this way is a lot easier, especially if you're researching at home, which most of you probably do. So we'll go ahead and look through here, and I'm just going to arbitrarily choose an article. Oh no, we're going to go with this one. And what you need to do is, we don't have access to it right now, so what you need to do is you need to write down the name of the journal. So all of this information right here is going to be pertinent. So I'm just writing it down on a piece of paper. I practiced this with another source and I don't know what happened, but I lost it. So that's why I said, oh no. And then you just can get like the first couple words of the title. So if you look here, I could sort of show you this. It says Reading Psychology, Volume Issue, and then right here, Motivation for Reading. I don't need all of this stuff. I can remember it. And so what you do, you go into ISU's library, isu.edu, down into the library, and instead of typing in your search terms here or your search terms in the quick article, I actually just go to the A to Z journal list and type in the name of my journal, which is Reading Psychology. And it looks like we have a subscription to it. Thank goodness. I was worried since it was a trial one. So what you'll notice here is this most recent 1 year, 6 months not available. In order to make people want to subscribe to these journals, they generally have what's called a 1 year embargo on them. And that embargo means that they won't make it available for the web or student research for a year after it's published in paper. However, if ISU has a digital subscription to it, the odds are pretty good that they're going to have a paper subscription as well. And they usually keep the most recent 1 year paper on file. So if you find anything that's 2013 that has that 1 year embargo, you should be able to go right into the library and access the paper version, no problem. But for this sake, ours is in 2008, so we don't need to worry about it. So you can click on any of these. You just kind of got to work to get to it. Then you go to 2008, which is our year, and then we do our volume and issue, which is 29.3. And then we just are looking for our results, and it's right here. And then you'll notice that we can access the full text right here. And another benefit of doing research this way is a lot of times journals will kind of pick a particular theme for that month. And so it's not necessarily the case with this journal, unfortunately. But a lot of times, once you can get into the particular volume and issue that you're looking for, you might find a couple other articles that'll be relevant to your subject, because they kind of try to keep them thematic a lot of times, and so that should be really helpful. From there, you just access it like you normally would, but I will tell you, I've spent hours in Google Scholar, and I get much better results doing it that way. You still go into EBSCOhost and you still get it from EBSCOhost, but I think it just becomes just a lot easier and less complicated. When you get into your upper division courses, then you might want to work on learning the nuances of online database research. But I will tell you that I got through grad school using Google Scholar, and it worked just fine for me. So use it if you would like, or not. That's up to you. But this is just another helpful suggestion. So let me know if you have any questions about this. I'm happy to help.